Hello guys, and welcome to my newest episode of What to Pick. This is the series where I go over a few different starting hands and explain what I would pick and why. Before I talk about this interesting decision between Cheung and Vitor, I want to announce that my first ever Twitch stream starts tonight on the 17th of December at 9 PM CET, that's German time, and that would be 3 PM EST, New York time. If you're interested in seeing me play Terraforming Mars, tune in and we can have a chat. Link to my Twitch is in the description and the pinned comment, but let's start with the video. So yeah, Cheung Mars and Vitor are both really strong corps, and I recently made a video about Vitor and how to play it, so I'm gonna pick it for now, but Cheung is also really strong. And we have some really interesting preludes here. I don't really like Morehole Excavation because I don't value the heat production in the early game that much. The other three are really good. Research Network's probably my favorite one. And then let's pick Supply Drop for now because it's more flexible. Okay, Space Elevator is really good with Supply Drop because we have Titanium to play it and then Steel to sell with it immediately. That's great. The other cards are not that great. Oh, okay, but we have some nice cards here. So Research Outposts is a must pick. It's like discount on every card. That's really good. Ice Asteroid is quite good, especially if we have some titanium production, and because we have Research Outpost, we can also pick up Rover Construction. Also, that's a point card for Vitor, so it's really cheap. It only costs 3 to buy and 5 to play, so it's really good. Then I definitely pick Livestock up, because 1-point animal cards are really valuable. There are many cards like Large Convoy, which allow you to place animals on animal cards, and you want to have a 1-point animal in the case that you get such a card. Then maybe pick up Sabotage, because it's just annoying for your opponents. But let's calculate this through. We have 48 cash because we have 45 plus the 3 from the corp. Then we have 3 titanium and 8 steel, is that right? Yeah, 3 titanium and 8 steel from Supply Drop. I really want to pick up Supply Drop because of the steel it gives me for Space Elevator. And then these 4 cards are a must. These 5 cards are a must, actually. Can we play Rover Construction, Research Outpost, and Space Elevator? That's the question in the first gen. And we want to do it in that order because of the discounts. But we could also play like Space Elevator first, then Rover Construction, and then Research Outpost if we need to sell the steel to be able to play that. So 48 minus 15 is 33. Then we have 9 from the titanium, that's 42. This costs us 24 and 5 is 29. 42 minus 29 is 13. So we could just play this first, then sell a steel, then play Rover Construction, and then Research Outpost. Or we could place the Research Outpost on steel and use 1 more steel to play one of these cards. So really flexible. And we can also pick up Sabotage. 3 more cash that we need to buy it aren't really that big of a deal because we can just pick up steel with Research Outpost and use some steel for playing Space Elevator or any of these cards actually. And yeah, I think Cheung Mars would also be a good option here because we have 3 building techs that we want to play in the first gen. But you just see the power of Vitor. We only have 2 cards with points on them that we want to play in the first gen, but it gives the same rebate as Cheung Mars. And of course, Cheung Mars starts with 3 mega credit production, it's really good, but I generally value Vitor higher than Cheung Mars. And then let's just talk quickly about the other cards. Like Insulation is a late game pick if you want to pick up Banker. And we have no heat production in the early game, so I don't think we want to pick that up. Adapted Lycan is a trash card, never picked that up. Open City is a late game card. can be good then for being a steel sink, because it costs so much, it gives a point in a city, but we are not in a late game, so we don't want to pick that up. And Lava Tube Settlement is just one of the worst city cards in the game. It costs nearly the same as Cupola City, but gives one less Mega production. I wouldn't pick that up, even with a Robo Construction. So yeah, I would probably pick up Vitor, these two Preludes, Space Elevator, Robo Construction, Ice Asteroid, Research Outpost, and Sabotage, as well as Livestock. And then just sell a steel with Space Elevator, play Robo Construction and Research Outpost. Probably put it on the steel if you want to have some steel to sell again. You can also put it on the card. We have so much steel in the beginning. We can use some steel to play these cards. And then worry about getting steel later. We can also pick up steel with Ice Asteroid. So yeah, I think that's a great starting hand. You would be in really good shape with this. Let's get to the next hand. All right, let's take a look at the second hand. It's the choice between Point Luna and Mining Guild. Both really fun corps. Let's go with Point Luna for now. And let's take a look at the preludes. We have Allied Bank. That's an Earth tech. That's really good for Point Luna because you draw a card with it. And you have Early Settlement if you want to pick Mining Guild. That's the placement prelude, so you get steel production from it. But let's go with Allied Bank and Smelting Plant for now. And choose Point Luna for now. I don't know what the starting 10 cards are. Biosphere Support would be a nice combination with Early Settlement because you have 3D plant production then. But yeah, let's take a look at the cards. There's another Earth tech, Immigration Shuttles, but that's really expensive for 5 mega production at the start of the game. Sure, it can net some points in the end, but it's really expensive. You don't have a lot of money with Point Luna, so it's a hard choice to pick this one up. Ecological Zone is a great card. It's more for the mid to late game. Asteroid can be good if you get some discounts. Oh, there's a really good placement card for Mining Guild. And we have Strip Mine. That's one of the best cards in the game. But if I saw that right, yeah, we only have Heat Trappers. Normally I don't like Heat Trappers, but because we have Strip Mine, I would definitely pick it up. Because we need to get to 2 Power Prod as fast as possible to play Strip Mine. It's really high value. I'm just debating with myself if I want to pick Point Luna or Mining Guild. I think Point Luna is much stronger in most cases. And we would draw at least 1 card with Allied Bank. So we would draw 2 in total because you get 1 for free with Point Luna. And then if we would play, if we played Immigration Shuttles, we would draw another card. But we also have 2 placement cards. So yeah, I think I will just go through both cases. So let's talk about Point Luna again. You pick up Allied Bank and Smelting Plant, and then probably Immigration Shuttles, Heat Trappers. Maybe you want to save some cash, so don't pick up Ecological Zone. Natural Preserve is always a good card. And you definitely pick up Strip Mine. So I would probably pick up these 4 cards, save cash, and then play Immigration Shuttles as soon as possible if we don't draw better cards with the 2 cards we draw. You can also place Natural Preserve on a card. Maybe you can do that in the first gen, do nothing else, and then play in the second gen Immigration Shuttles, and try to pick up some Power Prod to play Strip Mine. You can debate over picking up Asteroid, Ecological Zone, or Phobos because you have some Titanium Prod, but I wouldn't do it. And if you want to go with Mining Guild, then there are actually a few choices. For the preludes, you could pick up Biosphere Support and Early Settlement for the plant combo, but I don't really like plant production in the early game. Maybe I would go with Allied Bank still. You don't draw a card because you're not Point Luna, but it's really high value. The money production can really help you out with Mining Guild because you start with so little cash. Let's just rock with that. But you could also, as I said, pick up biosphere support. Then again, heat trappers, ecological zone for sure, because it's placement bonus. Natural preserve for sure. Play that in the first gen definitely. And strip miner for sure. And with mining guild, I would probably even pick up carbonate processing just because it's a steel card. Sure, you would never play this before you play strip mine because it also needs an energy production, but you just pay 3 for buying it, and then you hold it as long as you get the power production, until you get the power production, and then you can play it basically for free because you have so much steel with mining guild. So yeah, these are the 2 different choices I would make. Let's get to the last hand. My last hand is a choice between IC and UNMI. IC is the stronger corp in general, definitely, because it starts with so much money. I mean, it's only 30 MC, but 20 steel. That's 70 money in total. And you're really flexible with that if you have some steel targets. But steel is, building tags are really common, so let's go with IC for now. These are not the best preloads in the game, definitely. Nitrogen shipment, I rank in F tier. It's probably one of the 2 worst preloads in the game. Don't really like biofuels. Galilean mining and Martian industries are both okay. So let's go with them for now. Okay, that's a really great card for IC, but with this preludes you have power production to play it instantly. You have steel production to sustainably fuel the electric catapult, and you also start with steel, so you can even sell a steel in the first gen. So that's a really, really great card for you. Solar wind power can always be useful. It's a science tag. Subterranean reservoir can be useful to pick up the 2 card spot. We are in last place, so it's unlikely that we will get it, but pick it up nonetheless. And also, if you're playing IC, you get a rebate of 2. Asteroid again, you get a rebate of 2. Psychophiles is just 2 money production for 2. It's great. Of course, you can only use it for plant tags, but you're going to play at least 1 plant tag in the course of the game. Gene repair, why not? We all already have 1 science tag, and I like to go for science combos, so it's a good pickup. I think IC is stronger here than UNMI. You certainly have some cards for UNMI. Like you have Subterranean Reservoir, you have Asteroid. You could even think about picking up GHG producing bacteria. But I think the fact that we have Electrocatapult, we can play it immediately, we can sell steel with it. That's just too good to pass up. I mean, we could also do it with UNMI, but we can't sell a steel in the first gen with it. And it's just a good start for IC. I think I would go with IC here. But if you want to go with UNMI, because you're a UNMI fan or something, don't fall into the trap to pick up nitrogen shipment. Of course, it allows you to do your action in first gen, but you, as I said, have 2 cards in your starting 10 that allow you to do that anyways. Still go with these 2 preludes. Don't go with biofuels. Still pick up solar wind power, pick up electrocatapult, subterranean reservoir still. Maybe don't pick up gene repair to save some money. Psychophiles and asteroid, and maybe GHG producing bacteria. Yeah, I think that would be my hand if I go with UNMI. And then you can just, in the first gen, play either Subterranean Reservoir if the card spot is still open, or Asteroid if you want to. Or wait, rather wait with that for the second gen, because you get 2 titanium production with Galilean mining in the preludes. So yeah, that would be my hand with UNMI, and certainly it would be okay. But I would rather pick IC. So yeah, I hope you had some fun with this video and you found it interesting. Definitely let me know in the comments if you would have chosen differently. I mean, you could maybe debate about picking up Soletta with UNMI, but it's so expensive when you start with only 40 megacredits, but I digress. Yeah, definitely let me know in the comments if you would have chosen differently, and turn into my stream tonight if you want to. See you then. Bye.